Hello, welcome back to the channel. Before we begin, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and leave comments to help this channel grow. Thanks in advance, and let's begin. A few years ago, I found myself in a conundrum due to an injury to my nerves as a result of excessive work in poor ergonomic settings. This injury inevitably crippled my ability to use a mouse and keyboard outside of anything except the most minimal of activities. At the time, I found myself upgrading all of my work equipment to solve the issue. However, when the time came to choose a keyboard, I was stumped. Then, out of nowhere, stepped in Kinesis with their Freestyle Edge RGB, the keyboard which saved my writing career and the one that I still use today. And fun fact, it's actually the keyboard I used to type the script for this review. So when my proverbial heroes reached out about reviewing their new TKO Tournament Keyboard, there was no reluctance on my part to cover it. The TKO Tournament Keyboard is a premium compact keyboard. It's so well built that just lifting it feels satisfying. Built with gamers and coders in mind, it features a substantial amount of features. As per usual, you can find the specs on the screen right now, those of you who care about all those numbers and all that kind of stuff, and the rest of us, we're gonna move along to the rest of the review. If you want to actually see the specs, just pause the screen right now, look at them. The rest of us, let's move on to the rest of the review. So, specs aside, what is it like to use the TKO Tournament Keyboard? To be blunt, it's not as comfortable for me as the Freestyle Edge, but it's way cooler in a lot of ways. Firstly, it's visually stunning, a lot more stunning than the Freestyle Edge. It has an RGB strip running along the base, which in tandem with every key can be configured with a multitude of lighting effects. Configurations can be saved, then cycled through using hotkeys. There's even a second layer of effects which can be added to FN commands. Initially, it didn't seem like such a big deal, but that opinion quickly changed. The second function light switching effect is a game changer which offers instant feedback on FN inputs. Also, you just have to admit, it looks cool. Now, this particular section of the review was written using the TKO, so I'll leave it on the screen so you can see just about how much text I was able to write before having to switch back to my Freestyle Edge. The TKO being a tournament keyboard means it's built to last. It's sturdy, and despite being small, it's still heavier than most regular keyboards. Even the power cable and carrying case have a premium look and feel to them. If you walk into a room carrying a TKO, people will know you mean business. Even before plugging in the USB Type-C cable, you'll know that this is something special. From the metallic sheen of the body to the solid black base and the RGB strip sandwiched between them, the TKO looks beautiful. In a way, I kind of wish they did an upgrade to the Freestyle Edge using the same style, but that's for Kinesis to decide. The way the keys extend from the body gave off an almost mechanical look. A look which not only looks good, but shows that it's built to last. That being said, despite its gorgeous looks being arguably better, the TKO should not be considered an alternative to the Freestyle Edge. As stated in my review of that product, it was and still is easily the most comfortable keyboard I've used to date. The TKO doesn't change that. It's a keyboard primarily for people on the go or those with a desire for a more minimalist design to their build. The Freestyle Edge saved my writing career thanks to its perfectly ergonomic design, but its compatriot isn't as easy on my already damaged wrist. It's fine when playing games where all you'll need are the WASD keys, but when typing, it's no different than a regular keyboard. Well, at least when it comes to comfort. If we're talking about functionality, then it's definitely different. Having a 295mm width has its drawbacks, and that includes the lack of some dedicated keys. To save on space without losing on functionality, almost every key has a second and in some cases a third function. These include obscure functions like mute and play, along with regularly used ones like directional keys. I'll admit it took a bit of getting accustomed to, but if it's your primary keyboard, it should be easy. The TKO being a Cherry MX mechanical switch keyboard also allows for it to be fully customized. Unlike the Freestyle Edge, the key switches can be changed out along with the keycaps. It's all standard sized too, so you shouldn't have much issues finding custom keys. Just be careful though, the custom key market can get quite expensive, especially if you're here in the UK. And speaking of the UK, the TKO at the time of writing is not currently available here, but you should be able to grab one in the EU or Australia soon. From the information given while we were doing this review, the US and Canada were the primary focus for it right now. This means the keyboards are pre-configured for use with US keyboard settings. If you're able to grab one outside of those regions, you'll need to enable the settings on your PC first, then configure the settings to fit the native configurations, which gets us to the software side of things. Along with this piece of hardware comes a new software package which works with both the TKO and the Freestyle Edge. The software includes new features like the second function RGB settings, new effects, macros for delays, and tap and hold actions. All of these settings are stored on the keyboard itself, so you can plug and play on any PC without needing to reconfigure it. With the TKO, you can have up to 9 different profiles set at the same time, then switch between them with a few keystrokes. There are also inclusions like NKRO, as well as game and now a tournament mode. Kinesis have even included some presets for titles like CSGO, Destiny 2, and Fortnite to help familiarize users with the device. By enabling modes like the gaming mode, you'll be able to disable certain keys to prevent accidental key presses during gaming. NKRO allows for unlimited simultaneous key presses, and tourney mode enables the two while disabling macro playbacks. Having all these settings available on your device itself all the time, along with the ability to program every key, gives the ultimate freedom to the active gamer. Oh, and if you're not just a gamer, the TKO also has presets for coding and typing as well. So you can see the keyboard, you can see how the kickstands come out. Let me just get that one out there. There we go. Alright, so you can see it's got 4. So 1, 2, 3, and then there's a 4th one here. Alright, it's 4 kickstands. So you can really get your keyboard sort of platformed up. And this could come in handy for people who maybe have a desk setup that requires that maybe their chair is taller and they want to just get it right, just ergonomic to the perfect height. Mine, or maybe their desk is shorter and they're not really reaching it. I think this is perfect for that, right? In the case of me, my chair is directly in line with my desk. And the thing with a keyboard is that your hand needs to be ergonomic to the desk, or over time you can strain your wrist, which is what I've had strained wrists. So with all I've had to say so far about this device, here are my final verdicts. The Kinesis TKO may not be a keyboard for everyone. It's certainly not a keyboard for me, thanks in part to its predecessor being so amazing, my injury, and the fact that I'm not in the competitive gaming scene. I personally don't care about latency, macros, and all that other jazz, but that's the point. This keyboard isn't for me. It's for that tournament ready player looking for the edge on the competition. It's for the Fortnite player who wants more out of his play. It's for that someone with $160 US who want what is arguably the best tournament keyboard out there. Reviews like this one are created thanks in part to the support of spectacular viewers like yourself. To make sure you don't miss out on anything we do, like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon. If you wish to support us even further, you can subscribe to our other channels, the podcast That Beautiful Life, use our Amazon affiliate links, or donate to our Patreon. Links to all are in the description below, and I'll see you guys in the next one.